Hello, you two. It is Wednesday, the 24th of February, and I am here for your comprehension session today. So, this video is the comprehension video for the Year 1 comprehension book with the dog on the front. I want to start by saying a big well done to Cassidy because Cassidy really impressed me by having a go at our challenge on Monday. So well done to Cassidy. It's lovely to see you having a go at doing your sentences. I'm very impressed. Hoping to see lots and lots of challenges today in your red book. Going to give you another challenge to do some more sentences today because I bet you're going to have a go at doing our pages in our book really, really quickly today. So I want to see lots of you giving our challenge a go. Okay, let's have a little look then what we are thinking about today. So it is Wednesday the 24th of February and our learning question today says, can I write information from pictures in a sentence? Can I write information from pictures in a sentence? So in your activity today, you're going to have some pictures which is going to give you some information and you're going to write that information in a sentence. Okay. Our page then today is called Jobs Around the House and it is on page 3. So it's our very next text in the book, Jobs Around the House. And we're going to have a think about that first. So I've got a bubble on my board and inside the bubble it says I predict. And if you predict something, it means you have a little guess. Okay? You have a little guess or a little think about what it might be about. And you use what you already know to make a little guess. So if our page is called Jobs Around the House, we know we're going to have some pictures giving us some information. Give the video a pause, have a chat with your grown-up. What kind of information or what kind of pictures do you think we might see using what you know about jobs around the house? Maybe you want to have a little chat with your grown-up about what jobs go on around your house. And maybe we might see some similar kind of pictures today. So we're going to start by having a little prediction or a little guess using what we already know and the title of our activity. Okay, off you go. I'll have to see if some of your ideas match some of our pictures inside. Okay, we're going to start with a little bit of phonics then. So you might want to have with you your phase 3 sound map today, which might help you when you're thinking about reading and spelling some of the words that we're going to use. Okay, giving you a sound then in red at the top. And our sound is a digraph because it's 2 letters making one sound. We call that a digraph, don't we? Letter E and letter E, we put them together and what sound does it make with those letters together? It makes an E sound, doesn't it? Let's find it on our phonics mat. So it makes an E sound, letter E and letter E together makes an E sound. And the picture we've got is a picture of a leek, which is a kind of vegetable, a leek. We're going to use our E sound first of all to read a couple of words and to write a word down. So S and H makes a sound. Sh, E. Got our sound buttons. Let's put the sounds all together and blend it to read. Sh, E, sheep. Sheep. Okay, move on to our second one. Now this one, we use those 2 letters together to make a blend at the start. So we don't want to sound them out separately. We want to put them together because it's easier for us to read that way. So we've got tr, 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 e, tree, tree, tree. Okay, I've got a box on my board and my box is the colour green. So I'd like you to pause the video and use your whiteboard and pen to write me down the word green. 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 Off you go. Okay, I'll have a go at writing it. So I need to start with gr. So gr needs a G to make the G sound and an R to make the R sound. So there's my gr. Then I need my E, 2 letter E's, and then my last sound is Okay, green, green. Okay, this time I've got two letter O's together. Again, those two letters are going to make one sound. So that's another digraph from our phase 3 sound mat. And letter O and letter O together make an oo sound. They make an oo sound in lots of words. We can see on our sound mat that we have got two ways of using that sound. So we've got this one, and then next to it we've got that one. Now, in lots and lots of words, O and O can make an oo sound, like in the word moon. And then the next one is a picture of a book, which most of us will say book. But sometimes some people might say book. So sometimes in some words, letter O and letter O together can make an sound. So some people might say book, some people might say book, but it works in other words as well. So if you have a coat with a hood on the back, we would use O and O to make the sound. So sometimes it can make lots of times it can make oo. It's going to make oo in our words today. So let's do our first one then. We've got Luke, Luke. And again, some people, depending on how they pronounce it, and it sometimes depends where you live in the country, might say look. So I think most of us say Luke. And then we've got another blend at the start of this one. We've got spoon, spoon, spoon. And then my picture for us to write the matching word is a pile of books. And you use our oo sound to write me the word books. We're going to need, same as look, we're going to need our letter K to make our k sound, which can be quite hard to write. So have a look at how my letter K is written. See, when you write the word book, you can use a cursive letter K like that one. Okay, so let's see. I need my B, and I need my oo, and then my K goes up tall, comes down to the middle, round, and a little flick. If you're finding that one a little bit tricky, you might be able to have a little go at using letter drawing to practice letter K, because it is quite a hard one, isn't it, that one? Right, then let's have a little look at our text. And then we're going to do some practice questions that are similar. Okay, so our text today is jobs around the house. And it asks us to look at the pictures and write who is doing each job in the table. Instead of copying the name down, what I would like you to do is write me the sentence to explain it. And we're going to do a little practice of doing just that first of all. So rather than us just copy the name, because I know we are better than that, we can do way better writing than that, we are going to have a go at writing the information from the picture in a sentence. Now, I've given you something similar. So I have got a picture here and the name Tom. Then I've got a picture here and I've got the name Jess. And then I've got another picture and I've got the name Sarah. And I've got a question here which says who. This is tricky word. It's who. H-W-O spells who. Who is on the, I need my sound buttons to help me sound this one out. Who is on the where are my sound buttons? There we go. Who is on the bench? Bench. Who is on the bench? Is it Tom? Is it Jess? Or is it Sarah? Who's on the bench? It's Jess. So I'm going to use the information and the information in the question to write a sentence. So my sentence is going to say, Jess, Jess is on the bench. There's my sentence. Jess is on the bench. So I've got all of the words I need. I'm just having a go at putting them in a sentence that makes sense. Full stop at the end. Who is on the bench? Jess is on the bench. Let's do another. Okay, remember what that word says? It says who is sleeping. Who is sleeping? Sarah is sleeping. Remember, all names need capital letters. Copying the spellings down of the name. Sarah is sleeping. So I'm putting it into a sentence. Sarah is sleeping. Using the information in the picture to write a sentence. So our final one then, who is looking at a book? Who is looking at a book? So my sentence will say, Tom is looking at a book. I would write down my sentence just there. Okay, so let's go back to your activity. I'm going to have a little see what our table says. Okay, so what you might need to do when you are reading these ones is to put your sound buttons under and use your phonics maths. Okay, we've practiced the E sound. We've practiced the oo sound. Okay, we've got some oo sounds there. Now this word I'm going to help you out with because that is tricky. Okay, that really is tricky because it looks like it's got an O and an O making an oo sound, but that word says floor. Floor. Okay, that's the floor. This one's a little bit tricky here, but I know you will be able to read that word because it's got our oo sound in. Okay. This time we've got a letter Y making an E sound. So k-ar, carrying, carrying. And I know you are going to do a super job at reading the rest of them. Don't forget to put your sound buttons under. So look at the pictures, write who is doing each job in the table. So here we've got our list of jobs, job, and here it says who is doing it, just like we've just done in our practice questions. So you are going to, in this box, have a go at writing a sentence. Now you might want to ask your grown-up to split your box in half so you've got another line to write down because it might be quite hard just to write your sentence on that line. So you might need another line drawing in so you can do your sentence. Okay, so you're going to look at the picture at the bottom. The picture at the bottom is of the children doing their jobs and it tells you their names. So you're going to have a go at using the information in the picture, writing it in a sentence. Okay, so there are 3 people, there are 3 jobs, there are 3 boxes, so that is 3 sentences, isn't it? Okay, now, once you have done that, I would like you to have a go at my challenge. Now, my challenge says, can you write 3 sentences about these children? So for this one, we have got what they were doing already. And all we had to do is choose the person's name and what they were doing and write it in a sentence. This time I've just given you pictures of the people with their names and I would like you to have a go at writing your own sentences to match what the children in these pictures are doing. So I would like you to do this in your red lined book because I think it's going to be super practice for when we're all back in school writing in our literacy books. Okay, so we've got Jill. You need to have a think about the information in the picture to write me a sentence about what Jill is doing. You could tell me where Jill is. Where is Jill? In the pool. She's in the pool. So you could try to put that information into a sentence. Remember to copy the capital letters at the start of their names. So we've got Jill. Then we've got Sam, and Sam is the little boy in the picture. And I thought we could have a think about what Sam has got on his head. Sam has got what's he got on his head? Write it down in a sentence for me. And then the last person, we've got again the little boy. The little boy is Will. Will. See if you can have a think about what Will is doing. Maybe you would like to tell me where Will is. So Will is in the, see if you can have a go at writing them down. Okay, so I look forward to seeing your sentences in your book there. And I look forward to seeing your challenge sentences, one sentence about these children and these pictures. Okay, sure you're going to do a really, really super job. Remember our capital letters like we've talked about, beautiful cursive handwriting and your finger spaces between every word to make your sentences nice and clear. Okay, well done for working really hard. We can't wait to see how well you've done. Bye, year 2.